In today's episode of Hinckley Sub Rail Fanning, we get a pretty good variety of railroads, power, and even location. I recently got my driver's license, so you can expect a lot less of this spot and a lot more of basically everywhere else. Be sure to like and subscribe for a free heritage unit. Thank you so much to my extremely dedicated fans, and let's get into the video. We start out this episode on the cloudy afternoon of June 5th, where UP 9069 is seen with the MCBIT in tow and, unfortunately, a K5HL. It seems like as time goes on, more and more of these aces keep popping up with different horns, which is quite unfortunate because the K5LLA, the usual horn on the SD70 ace if you didn't know already, is such an icon with these locomotives and is one of the reasons I enjoy them so much. The following day, I wind up in Ascove near the former GN depot for a nice pair of back-to-back KCS locomotives leading CP train 245, which is finally running with two engines, and it seems to do so much more frequently now that it originates out of St. Paul rather than Humboldt. KCS motive power also seems to be a bit more frequent, as you'll see throughout the duration of this video. Up next, I find myself south of Carrick to get this nice drone exclusive view of this pond beside the track, and I believe this may be one of, if not the only location one can get a neat trackside water scene on this entire subdivision. The following morning while I'm on a bike ride, a northbound geometry train goes by that I so nearly missed but managed to get a quick handheld clip of before going back on my way. A few hours later, I made my way back to the tracks to see a southbound Union Pacific train making a rather uncommon daylight run, and I'm first greeted by the Superior to Northtown with its favorite power and in its favorite configuration, Gevos and Elephant style. After that underwhelming thing, the train I originally came out for comes around the corner, and in lead position is UP 8618, my favorite variety of SD70 ACE, the high headlight. Crazy how much of a difference that tiny detail makes on a locomotive. And speaking of high headlight locomotives, the next train that comes is yet another high headlight SD70 ACE, but this time in UP's new paint scheme leading MSSIT. Cool, 3 CNW hoppers in a row there. I don't usually pay that much attention to rolling stock, but that kinda caught my attention. On the beautiful and picturesque evening of June 24th, after a fairly heavy rainstorm, I find myself trackside for one of UP's now few and far coke loads, not expecting too much, but upon further observation, the unit in lead position was yet another newly painted locomotive. I'm not the biggest fan of this paint scheme, but it's uncommon enough to find leading that I enjoy it simply for the fact it's some variety. Something different in this day and age of rail fanning really doesn't hurt. This would go on to meet a CP244 up in Nickerson, which is seen here after taking quite a bit longer than it should have. As a result of this, the light isn't by any means ideal, but it gets slightly better upon switching to the drone. Yet again, we have another KCS SD70 ACE, something that hasn't gotten old yet, and probably won't for quite a while. The next and final train of this episode, I'm finally behind the wheel by myself in pursuit of a train for the very first time. I was on my way to work and this northbound happened to be going by at just the right time, so I quick hurried up to Bruno where I only managed a handheld one and done, but it was still so much fun overtaking my first train, and it's a pretty good subject too. I had about 20 seconds to get out of the truck cause I ain't risking a speeding ticket 3 days after getting my license. So that's going to wrap it up. Much more fun stuff will be in the works once I get this truck slightly more road ready. It has like 3 fairly major issues. It should be a lot of fun, and I look forward to seeing some new places and things on this channel. As always, huge shout out and thank you to my channel members: Isaiah Vandy, Josh Norston, Trains of Southwest Michigan, Captain Morgan 757, Rebecca S, Chocolate Thunder, Pasco Rail Productions, BNSF Bishop, Georgia Rail Videos, the Cary Rail Fan, the Oklahoma Hot Rail, and Chip Lee. I'll see you on the next one.